Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, true well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, man. You Akim Tazadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest, Shaman, and right now as it stands, it's kind of an open forum. Maybe I'll come up with a title after. Just flowing in the spirit, man. You know, different things. Been watching while I do this little in transit. I want to speak about. Let's see. First of all, I want to speak about the cashless society that we live in, and what it means for future prophecy. All right, because as you can see, pretty much every kind of transaction you do nowadays, no one's really carrying cash. They're making it very inconvenient for one to have cash. You know, you get your check. You know, it's direct deposit. Everything is geared towards electronics. You know, technology is moving at a fast rate. But that was uttered in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter. Knowledge shall increase. I believe it's Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But as you can see, technology is moving faster in the way of convenience. All right, doing away with cash. You know, Uber Eats, all these type of things. All right, is conditioning the people. All right, because you know we know the elites. Scripture in Genesis, the 3rd chapter says. Genesis 3:1 says the serpent was more subtle than all the beasts of the earth. Now the beast represents these nations. Why are they beasts? Because they don't have the law, statute, commandments. But of those beasts, the serpent, all right, the so-called white man, who pursuant to Job 9:24 has given the earth, you know, the earth was given into his hand or his power, is a very subtle creature, man. All right, meaning he moves under the web. All right, to implement one of his plans, he'll distract you with one hand and then make his move with the other. So when they push things like convenience and cashless society, all right, it's not really to your benefit. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 10 tells us, you know, never trust thine enemy. All right, though he humbleth and crouch himself, you know, keep an eye on him. All right, because it's gonna be like when you wipe a looking glass, and you're gonna see that his wickedness was never truly gone. All right, so the so-called white man is pushing this convenience bullcrap. All right, this 5G network. Oh, look, everything's going to be fast. Everything's going to be linked. Little do the mass population know that's to your demise. Because ultimately the goal is to do away with the cash and bring in the RFID microchip, which according to the Revelation, the 13th chapter, is the mark of the beast. 2019, year of Karagma. You know, not a lot of camps are pushing that, you know, the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, because a lot of those Israelite camps out there have 501c3 charters. Here at Great Millstone, we give the pure, unadulterated truth. All right, and it's coming and without a shadow of doubt, we've seen that we're moving towards a cashless, technologically savvy society, and this U.S. dollar is bound to collapse. All right, the U.S. dollar is fiat currency. All right, it's fiat currency. It's backed by absolutely nothing. It's backed by faith. The only reason we're able to buy something with this dollar is because we was able to buy something yesterday with this dollar. There's going to come a time where this fiat currency is going to fall, because all fiat currency, if you look throughout history, all fiat currency, all right, at one point or another, from the Greeks, the Romans, all right, as they started to devalue their country and leave gold and silver, that currency fell. Okay, clear example is in German, the Deutsche Deutschmark. All right, when you have a currency backed by nothing, eventually it shall fall. All right, it's going to fall. So this U.S. dollar is nothing different. And when that fall, when the U.S. dollar fall, the elites shall not be surprised, and we shall not be surprised, because right now it's orchestrated. If the Rothschilds wanted to, they could wipe away all nations' debt, man. They could fix this problem. They could distribute. They could do away with usury. All right, which is interest, which is against the scriptures. They could, if they wanted to, they could do a worldwide jubilee, and wipe everyone's debt, and stop doing with you know, fiat currency and these types of things and usury. But they're not programmed to do that. They're programmed to be wicked. All right, Proverbs chapter 16 verse 4: the Most High has created the wicked for the day of evil. So these wicked devices that they come up with, the Most High programmed them, all right, to write these grievous things while they sleep upon their bed. All right, they're unrighteous decrees pursuant to what? Isaiah 10:1. All right, they love to write unrighteousness creed. They love to see the people suffer. All right, because they're the devil. All right, they're the physical. The so-called white race is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right, but getting back to what I was saying, this cashless society or this debt-based society, I was thinking about it like, damn, son, like it's real. Like, man, most, like, everybody you look around you is in some type of debt one way or another, but that's that thick clay. All right, the scriptures speak about clay. All right, that thick clay laden with thick clay, that's talking about the debt here in America, man. This is a debt-based society. All right, in fact, to have good credit, you have to put yourself in debt. All right, because good credit is how well you can balance debt. It's not if you don't have any debt. All right, it's hard to get any type of a loan or anything if you don't have no debt. You have to have some type of debt, whether it be a credit card, your car note. All right, and it's one thing if that debt was, Scripture says to borrow a servant to the lender, because you borrow somebody, you gotta eventually pay them back. But what's fucking everything up is the interest, man. That's the real trap, man. The usury. Okay. That's what's really fucking up the American people. All right, the so-called American people, all the nations are really suffering, but who's suffering the most? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we're the sons and daughters of Israel, man. All right, that's all throughout the scriptures, Deuteronomy 28 and Romans 8 chapter. So we suffering here in Babylon, man. Jeremiah 50th chapter. This is the modern day Babylon we here suffering in, right? But what the Most High is doing is the Most High is making the white man do what he got to do, all right? Because he has a New World Order agenda. But what he doesn't know is the Most High is working with that New World agenda to a certain point, all right? Because the Most High is going to make that go very far, but ultimately it's going to overthrow it. Like say if your lunch break was at 12 p.m. and imagine something going extremely wrong at 11:58. That's what the Most High is doing with the so-called white man, all right? He's going to have something go extremely wrong when this devil's ready to fill his belly, ready to put the capstone on this New World Order. The Most High is going to overthrow that shit, man. Okay? So the Most High, as fucked up as things are going, okay, I mean, the people out here, the masses of the people out here, I would be doing a show outside, but it's raining. The masses of these people out here, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They're just going about their daily life. But one day, they're going to wake up. And you have certain Edomites out there, all right? Ron Paul, Jerusalem, which Jerusalem could be Israelite. You got Jake Morphone. You got these, these so-called truthers and these trenders, Peter Schiff, all right, that they letting you know that, look, man, this thing's about to collapse, all right? And they tell you that those in the know is already leaving America. So certain people do know. Those people is not going to catch off guard, but there's going to come a time out here, man, when this shit collapse, you people are going to fucking lose it, man. You people are going to lose it. You're going to resort to eating dog food. You're going to resort to killing one another. All right, and you're going to resort to looking for the prophets. But in that day, it's going to be a little too late, man. Now's the time to get this word. So, within closing, this cashless society, all right, it's only going to lead to a collapse of the U.S. dollar, man. And with that, they're going to issue in the chip. Then you can have your world wars, man. Then you can have your world war, because, U.S. is going around these particular nations, fucking with them right now, starting these different trade wars with China, doing things with Iran. But the Most High is not making a full-scale war. What the Most High have going on is a Cold War. Like, this is a Cold War too, but the full-scale war is going to take place after that chip is after this dollar collapse and the chip is institutionalized on a worldwide level, man. That's how come 5G is working. Hey, and the apostle brought out, they also got 6Gs in the work. So, man, prophecy is moving, man. Prophecy is moving. If you have the vision, if the Most High gave you the vision, you can see that things are moving, man. But it's just moving at, the Most High's rate. Scripture says, though it tarry, wait for it. So it might look like it's tarrying to some, but we know it's not tarrying, man. All right? The Most High every single day is a grain in the sand, all right, of that hourglass to the white man's downfall, man. So we just got to be patient. With that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rekakwadash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of great millstone true well. Salutation, hopefully elect out there, man. You Akim Tazadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.